Hey guys, what's up? Today we'll be talking about all the great events that you should be going for. Some events are just straight up better than others. Like the Fortune Cat event, every single time that you get that event, you're going to want to go for it. You're pretty much guaranteed more gold than you started off when you get the Fortune Cat event. And sometimes you'll get really lucky and you get the consume ranking event and the Fortune Cat event at the same time. When that happens, you will pretty much guarantee a high spot as long as you have a lot of gold. Most people who save up for important events like SS partner events, you're gonna have around 40 to 50,000 gold. And if you do have this much gold, then you just do the Fortune Cat event during the consume ranking, and you skyrocket in rank when it comes to the event. You're pretty much a guarantee at least fifth place or more as long as you have around that much gold. So basically, the Fortune Cat event is pretty good. You're gonna want to go for that no matter what, as long as you get it. Then there's other events like the Itachi Spin event. You're definitely gonna want to go for that. Itachi's probably the best S partner in the game. Then there's other events like the Giving Itachi. If you're willing to spend money, then you're definitely going to want to try doing the Giving Itachi event. Because you get the Battle Pass, you get Growth Fund, which gives you a lot of gold. I believe it's 1380 gold, which is still pretty good. And of course, you get Itachi. The event, I believe it was like $24 in total, which it's not that much money. It's pretty cheap compared to most paywall stuff, like especially VIP. $24, $23 is very cheap in the long run when it compares to all these other stuff, especially since it gives you so much stuff. Like it is probably the most bang for your buck. If you're ever willing to spend money on this game, this is definitely the thing that you're going to want to do. Next, we have the SS events. Now, not all of the SS events are out yet for me. So basically what is out is Tobirama, Shisui, Obito, and Pervy Sage. Now the next events are most likely going to come out is probably going to be Edo Itachi. That's what I feel like is going to be the next one that comes out. Then after that, it could be Hashirama, it could be Madara, I don't know. Then they added a bunch of new people, which I have no idea when we're going to get the events for that. They added the Pervy Sage, Tsunade Swimsuit, KCM Minato, and then the Kamri Kakashi. They added all these people, so I have no idea when these events are going to come. For SS events, you're probably going to be spending around 30k gold just to be able to get him. And then you probably want to realistically spend like 40k gold. You want to probably get first place so then you can get him at least 6-star, because it'll be very hard to level up SS partners. Since you can't get SS Universal Shards, you can only star them up through the gate of Genjutsu. Out of all of the SS partners that you're looking to get, I would probably say that Tobirama is really good. He gives good stat bonuses and stat reduction. There's other people like Hashirama that you're going to 100% want to get. Hashirama is like the god tier of SS partners. Honestly, in my opinion, he is the best SS partner, but people do like to argue with that. But I personally just think that Hashirama is the best. He heals, he reduces damage, he does literally everything that you're going to want in a partner, and he just does it. And now we're going to look at the S partner events. There's some S partners that are actually very essential to get that not a lot of people get. When you first start off on a server, you get a concrete rotation that you get to look through. You get like Minato in the beginning, then you go on, you get KCM, you get Sarutobi and all that. But there's one person that people do not get all the time, and like I can't like express this enough. She is really, really good. You're gonna want to get Tsunade. Now, you don't have to get Tsunade, but I strongly recommend you that you do get her, because for my like all my accounts, she's only come back in scroll events. Like when you first get her, it is a limited time summon, and you'll never get that limited time summon again. Having someone that can just heal your team is so like essential to have on a lineup, because when you're fighting like main bosses in the story mode or PvP, your people about to die, you just have someone that heals all of them up to full HP. It is so like essential and good to have that people still use Kabuto like late game just because they need the heal and they never got Tsunade. That alone makes you like think like how good she is. I like put her, I believe, in my top 10 S partners. I put her I think rank 3 because she was just really good. She's definitely a partner that you want to go for. And limited time summon is like the easiest event to do. You pretty much guarantee the partner as long as you get 10th place, because you get, once you're 10th place, you get 60 shards, which is pretty good, and that'll give you halfway to it, and usually through all the chests, and you only need to get like I think 20 shards through just summoning with all the chests, and then getting 10th place. You usually only need to spend like 12 to 15k, unless it's an SS partner event. Then in that case you need to spend usually around 30k because you need 7,500 points. And then some people don't even get him when you do that. It depends on luck mainly. And of course there's a lot of other events that are pretty worth to get, like Pain's very good. And then if you're a lucky person in general, I recommend doing the spin events. There's a lot of people that get really unlucky in spin events, but every time that I do them, I get like pretty lucky. I usually get at least one super rare, and then my latest ones, I've gotten like 2 super rares. So I'm a pretty lucky person. I'm able to get it usually without much problem. I can usually spend around 10k and be able to get him, but some people need to spend like 15 and sometimes even 18k in spin events if they're very unlucky. Unless you're doing the KCM event, in that case they reduce your odds. They make it go from 40 to 20 for your super rare, then of course 10 to 5 and all that. It made it like a lot harder because he's an S hero, which is, I can understand, but KCM honestly isn't that good. I only use him because I use a lot of Yang, and it's just important to like have your element bonus up. So that's why I use KCM, and I don't have Susanoo. If I had Susanoo, I would definitely be using him. There's a couple other events that are pretty worth it. I'll just speed through these for a little bit. There's Minato. Of course, I said in other videos, Minato is one of my favorite S partners. He does a lot of damage. He does good control. He's pretty much like very essential to have. If you don't go for him, you don't have to. If you're going for a Yang team though, he is pretty much essential to have. It depends on what element bonus that you really want. If you're going for a full Yin team, then you, of course you're not going to want to get Minato. You're probably going to want to get Tsunade and Pain. But if you're going for Yang, you should probably go for Minato. And then there's other events like scroll events. And now these you should never go for unless you have 150 scrolls saved up already at least, or more, because to buy scrolls costs so much gold. It's really not worth to do, and it's not even a guarantee, because if you draw an S partner out of the summons, it just reduces it back down to 0, and then you have to start all over again. It's just so tilting. It's not worth doing unless you already have a lot of scrolls saved up. So yeah, that was the best events to go for. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree.